Hello, good morning, guys. So, welcome to Capstone Project Prep-2. Okay, Capstone Project 2. Okay, so you have successfully completed Capstone Project 1, all the three parts. So, first Capstone project about you have worked on waterfall model, and this Capstone Project 2 about Agile. Okay, in this session, we are going to discuss about how we need to write answers to the questions. Okay, what are the questions we have in the Agile? Before starting the prep 2, you need to study these instructions. Okay, you need to study these instructions. Okay, so for the firstly, we will start with the question. First question is about write agile manifesto. Okay, okay. First question is about you need to write agile manifesto. Before going to know about agile manifesto, you need to know about what is an agile. Okay, agile. It is one of the software development lifecycle methodology. Okay, it is an incremental and iterative approach. Okay, it talks about flexibility, agility, and it definitely a lot of faster response to the deliverables. Okay, so what is Agile Manifesto? Okay, what is Agile Manifesto? It is a foundation document that outlines the principles and values. Okay, it is a foundation. It is a foundational document that outlines the principles and values that guides agile software development. Okay, so in this agile manifesto we have four main values and 12 principles. Okay, so you need to write about the four main values and 12 principles. What are the four main values means? Individual and interaction over process and tools, working software over comprehensive document, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change or following a plan. Okay, these are the four main values. Okay, and along with this, you need to write 12 principles. Okay, along with this, you need to write 12 principles. Okay, so here we have a uh, Scrum Food Pro here. So here we have a Scrum project name called Scrum Food. Okay, food delivery application. Okay, okay. Scrum Food provides faster, reliable online food delivery application targeting customers of all age groups, offering 24 by 7 service along with tracking of the delivery real time. Okay, so this is about so we have food delivery apps like Swiggy, Zomato. Similarly, this is a Scrum Food providing application. Okay, so here we can you can see here what is the process of Agile, like how it works. Okay, so whenever the client himself approaches the company. Okay, so client will interact with the product owner and client will sit together and discuss upon the requirements, and after that product owner will prepare product vision documents. Okay, product owner will prepare product vision document. Okay, it talks about the goal of the product. Okay, and after that product owner will start writing user stories. Okay, it includes acceptance criteria, business value, complexity points, and all. Going forward we will discuss about it. Okay, all all these user stories will be included in the product backlog. Okay, list of prioritized user stories. Okay, so So after that, after writing the user stories in the product backlog, okay. So next it will be a product grooming. What is mean by product grooming? Product grooming means in the product grooming it will be reviews and refine the product backlog, okay, whether it is up to date or not, okay, whether the BV values and complexity points are assigned per BV values are assigned per the client or not, okay. Okay, so next second question, it will be a user stories. So you need to write 40 user stories according to the given case study, which we have like a Scrum foot. Okay, based on that, you need to write 40 user stories. Okay, so this is a format for the user stories. You need to write, you need to mention user story number, task, and the priority. And this is a format for the user story. As a delivery boy, I want to register in the Scrum foot so that I can deliver orders. So this is a format. You need to follow this format for the user stories, okay? And you need to mention BV and CP and acceptance criteria as well, okay? So let us know what is a user story, okay? It is a single model or a feature. It is a, we can call it as a, it is a single module or a feature. And we can call it as it is a short description of a feature or functionality from the end user's perspective, okay. And when it comes to acceptance criteria, what is acceptance criteria means? It is a specific condition of a feature, okay. It is a specific condition of a feature. It has to meet the user's perspective, okay. It has to meet the user's perspective. And let us know what is a task. Okay, a task is a small unit of work that helps to complete a user story. Okay, it is a small unit of work that helps to complete a user story. Okay, and it is a specific actionable and can typically be done in a few hours or a day. Okay, and we can call it as task breaks. It breaks down the large work into a manageable steps. Okay, and when it's and next it will be a priority. So what is a priority? Okay, priority is based on how important or value it is providing to the customer or business. Okay, okay, and we have highest priority, high priority, medium, low, and lowest priority. Okay, so highest priority items are worked on the first, okay, while lowest priority items are done at later. Okay, so this is about the priority. Okay, so and next we'll discuss going forward what is the difference between BF, what is BV and what is CP. Okay, so you need to write 40 user stories according to the given case study. Okay, so our next question will be so here they have given question number 2, user story acceptance criteria BVCP. Okay, write minimum 40 user stories and their acceptance criteria along with their BV and CP. Okay, next it will be a third question. It will be what is an epic? Okay, what is an epic? Okay, an epic in Agile is a large or high level body of work that can be broken down into a smaller or more manageable user stories. Okay, it typically represent a feature or functionality or significant part of the product. Okay, it breakdowns large it breakdowns into smaller manageable task. Okay, so if a user story may like if a user story cannot deliver in a single sprint, okay, it is taking two to three sprints. Okay, so in that scenario we will consider it as an epic and we will break down those user story into small manageable tasks. Okay, so that small manageable task is known as user stories, and that large body will become as an epic. Okay, epic in Agile is a large, high-level body of work that can be broken down into small or more manageable user stories. Okay, and next, what is the difference between BV and CP? What is BV? Okay, BV measures the impact or benefit of a feature to the business. Okay, it measures the importance or benefit of a feature to the business. Okay, so what is a CP? CP measures the effort or complexity required to complete a feature. Okay, and okay, and BV helps prioritize what to be built based on the business impact. Okay, and it is assigned by the business stakeholder or product owner. Okay, based on the business goals. Okay, and it is given by the given in the form of currency notes. We have currency notes for 10, 20, okay, 50, 100, 200, 500. Okay, and when it comes to CP, okay, it is estimated by the development team using story points, or we can call it as a poker code system. Okay, and it is given in the form of Fibonacci series. Okay, Fibonacci series means adding the before two numbers. Okay, there will be a default two number 0, 1. Okay, 0 plus 1, it will become 1. 1 plus 1, it will become 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. Like this go on. Okay, so next, what is a sprint? Sprint is a time box. It is a period of time to complete a particular sprint. Basically, it is 1 to 4 weeks of time decided by the product owner or team. Okay. Okay. Sprint is a time box. Okay. It will be 1 to 4 weeks of time. We can call it as a period of time to complete a particular sprint. Okay. Is known as a sprint. Okay. And next, explain product backlog and the sprint backlog. Okay. So what is the difference between product backlog and the sprint backlog? Product backlog contains collection of user stories in a project. Okay. Okay. Where we have complete list of features in a project. Okay. Features are known as user stories, and those are prepared by the product owner. Okay, when it comes to sprint backlog, so we can call it as a subset of the product backlog. It is a subset of the product backlog. Okay, it includes whatever committed user stories by the development team, but for the particular sprint. Okay, those user stories will comes under the sprint backlog. Okay. Okay, next, what is an impediment log? Okay, an impediment log is a tool used by the Scrum team to track and manage obstacles or issues that are hiding the team progress during the sprint. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, it records the problems or challenges that block the team from achieving the sprint goal. Okay, so these impediments are discussed in the during daily stand-up meetings. Okay, development team will give like what they have done yesterday, what they are going to do today, and is there any challenges they are facing on their way. Okay, okay, those challenges are known as impediment, and this impediment handled by the scrum master. Uh, Scrum master is responsible for identifying and addressing and removing these impediments. Okay, okay, guys. And here you need to give two examples for the impediments. Okay, and next question, it will be a velocity. Explain velocity of team. So what is the velocity? Okay, velocity is a key metric that measures the amount of work a team complete during a sprint. Okay, it measures the amount of work a team complete during a sprint. So how it will be calculated? How the velocity will be calculated? It is calculated by adding up the story points of all tasks or user stories completed in a sprint. Okay, so we have a formula for it. Sum of story points by sprint. Okay, sum of story points in a sprint. Okay, and velocity chart will be available after completion of the sprint only. Okay, and next it will be a next question will be you need to draw sprint burn down and product burn down chart. Okay, so product burn down chart will be not available in the free version of Jira, so it will be available in the paid version of Jira. So you need to use Jira tool to draw sprint burn down chart. Okay, okay, so how you need to draw sprint burn down chart? All the guidelines will be available in the YouTube channel. There is a YouTube channel for us, right? Okay, there is a Jira awareness session. Okay, there is a Jira awareness session video in the YouTube channel. So just you can go through and watch it. There is a step-by-step guidelines for how to download the Jira and how to draw sprint burn down chart and burn up chart, and how to give your stories in the backlog. Okay, all the guidelines will be provided in the Jira tool. Okay, in the Jira awareness session video. Okay, so let us know what is the sprint burn down chart. Okay, it is a daily graph maintained by the Scrum Master. It Okay, it tracks the amount of work remaining in the sprint and tracks the progress towards the sprint goal over the sprint duration. Okay, and we have a sprint burn up chart also. Okay, when it comes to sprint burn down chart, it shows the remaining amount, it tracks the amount of work remaining, right? But when it comes to sprint burn up chart, it shows the amount of work completed against the total amount of work planned for the project. Okay, and when it comes to product burn down chart, what is a product burn down chart? Okay, product burn down chart tracks the progress of entire product backlog over multiple sprints. Okay, okay, it tracks the progress of entire product backlog over multiple sprints. Okay, this is about the sprint burn down and product burn down chart. Let us know what is a product grooming. Okay, product grooming. It involves regular reviewing and refining the product backlog to ensure it is up to date, well prioritized, contain items that are well understood and ready for the future sprint or not. Okay, we have key objects like clarifying the backlog items. Okay, clarify the backlog items and prioritize the items. Break down large items into manageable user stories, tasks or user stories. Estimate effort. Okay, remaining relevant items and prepare for the sprint planning. Main purpose of product grooming is to ensure the product backlog is well organized, prioritized, and ready for the sprint planning. Okay. So next question is about explain the roles of Scrum Master and Product Owner. Okay, Scrum Master is responsible for facilitating the Scrum process to the team. Okay, he will facilitate the Scrum events, removing the impediments and coaching the team. Okay, he will conduct meetings like product grooming, sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and sprint retrospectives. Okay, and when it comes to product owner, okay, product owner defines the future of the product. Okay, and he prioritizes the future according to the business value, and he communicate the product vision. Okay, and they communicate the okay, he will communicate the product vision means product vision talks about the goal of the product. Okay, okay, and the product owner will communicate the product vision uh, to the team. Okay, and he can make the quick decisions, and product owner can accept or reject the workflow. Okay. And the next question is about explain all meetings conducted in the Scrum project. Okay. So what are the meetings conducted in the Scrum project? Starting with the sprint, we will have a sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and sprint retrospective and groomings. Already we have discussed about the grooming. So now we'll discuss about the sprint planning. Okay. So what is a sprint planning? So in this meeting, team will discuss like what should be delivered in the particular sprint. Okay. What we need to deliver in the particular sprint. Team will discuss like what should be delivered in the particular sprint. Okay. And next it will be a daily stand-ups. Okay, it is conducted every day during the sprint. Okay, duration will be a 15 minutes of time. So in this meeting, like a development team will give like a development team will give like what did they do yesterday, what they are going to do what they are going to do to today. Okay, and is there any impediments on their way? Okay, these things will be discussed in the daily stand-ups. Okay, what they have done yesterday, what they are going to do today, and is there any impediments on their way? Okay, so and next it will be a sprint review. Okay, so what is a sprint review? Okay, development team will give work demo to the team or stakeholder and gather the feedback from the stakeholder. Okay, and it will be connected at the end of the sprint. Okay, after completion of the sprint review, we will have a sprint retrospective. Okay, in sprint retrospective, Scrum team will discuss about what went well in the sprint, what didn't went well in the sprint. Is there any improvements we have to make for the upcoming sprint, for the next sprint? Okay, so these things will be discussed in the sprint retrospective. And next question, it will be a sprint size and the Scrum size. So what is the sprint size and Scrum size? Okay, sprint sprint size refers during duration of a sprint. It is a time box iteration in Scrum. Okay, typically sprint will be between 1 to 4 weeks of time. Okay, so most common duration it will be a 2 weeks. Okay, and when it comes to Scrum team, okay, it refers to number of members in the team, basically 5 to 10 members. Okay, based on the project. Okay, so team members will be like a product owner, Scrum Master, development team, and QA team. Okay, and next question it will be a DOR and DOD. So what is DOR and what is DOD? DOR means definition of ready. It is a checklist ensured both are both are checklist. Okay, so DOR definition of ready ensures that a user story or task is sufficiently prepared and understood before work begins. Okay, so we have a key aspects for the DOR. Okay, so we'll check for the clear acceptance criteria. There should be no blocker, and BB value should be assigned properly, and team understood before going to begin the work. Okay, okay, and the product owner is responsible for ensuring the story, like a story is meeting the DOR. Okay, but the development team help by providing the feedback during the backlog refinement. Okay, and as usual Scrum Master will facilitate the process. Okay, and when it comes to DOD definition of done, it is also kind of a checklist. Okay, it ensures that a user story or task meet all necessary criteria and quality standards before it should be considered as complete. Okay, and we have certain criteria for the DOD. So what are those means? We will check for the code completion. Code completion means code for the feature is fully returned or not. Unit test is passed or not. Documentation is updated or not. Like acceptance criteria or met or not. acceptance criteria is met or not. Okay. So this is about the DOD. And next it will be a prioritization technique and MVP. Okay. So what is prioritization technique and MVP? It helps team decide which task or feature to focus on based on various criterias. Okay. So we have commonly used a technique called Moscow. Okay. And next it will be MVP, minimum viable product. Okay. Okay. It includes just enough feature to satisfy early customer and provide feedback for the future product development. Okay. Okay. It includes just enough feature. We will deliver a piece of software to the market. Okay. And we will gather the feedback from the uh, customers, and we will gather feedback from the customer for the future product development. Okay. Okay. And it is used to, and it is designed to test about what customer need and what they want. Okay. What is the main purpose of MVP means custom? It is to gather the customer feedback, and it will reduce the risk. Okay. And we can deliver the software, or we can early in the market. Okay. And next it will be a business. What is the difference between business analyst and the product owner? Okay. What is the difference between business analyst and the product owner? So we'll start with the product owner. So what is the primary role of product owner? Product owner owns the product vision and the product backlog. Okay. And when it comes to business analyst will gather the requirements, analyze the requirements, and document the requirements. Okay. Document business requirements. Okay. And product owner business focus on the product priorities, business values. Okay. When it comes to business analyst, he will focus on the requirements analysis and documentation. Okay. And responsibilities of product owner, or he will prioritize the future and deliver maximum values. Okay. And the business analyst act as a bridge between stakeholder and the technical team. Okay. Okay, guys. This is about the question. So another question we have, 17th question is about you need to prepare sample resume of 3 years experience as a product owner. Okay. So this is about the Capstone Project Prep 2.